Hello and welcome to the Big Make Workshops. My name's Holly and I'm a freelance theatre maker, performer and educator, and I also run Join the Dots Theatre Company. Today we're going to be doing a drama workshop using our imaginations and our bodies to create comedy characters. Let's start with a warm-up. So we're going to explore different parts of our body and how they can move. So follow me, but you just do whatever your body allows you to, okay? Starting with our face, let's move those eyes. How can your eyes dance? Great, okay, onto our nose. Give it a wiggle. And our chin. How does your chin dance? Now let's let your chin guide you on a journey around the room. That's it, explore. Let your chin lead. Great, okay, moving on to our shoulders. Give them a wiggle. Let your shoulders dance. How do they dance? Do they move together? Can they move separately? Maybe one shoulder wants to go in one direction and the other shoulder wants to go in the other direction. Ooh, how does that feel? Ooh. That's it, really, get your shoulders moving. Amazing, okay, let's move on to our hips. Give those hips a wiggle, side to side, forwards and backwards, all around, whatever you want. How do they move? How can they make you move? Amazing! Onto your elbows! Woo. How do your elbows dance? What moves do they like? Can your elbows laugh? Can your elbows get cross? Amazing. Now let's go down to our knees. Let those knees have a little dance and a play. Amazing. And finally onto our feet. Let your feet have a dance and move however they want to. Can your feet dance angrily or happily? How does that affect the rest of your body? And can your feet lead your dance around the room? Woo! 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 Amazing! Finally, just let your whole body go and move in whatever way you want to, and you can. Enjoy yourself for a few more seconds. Woo! Great, I hope you're all feeling nice and warmed up now. Well done. Okay, we're now going to warm up our brains by playing the alphabet name game. So, the aim of the game is to take it in turns, just making up names, as silly as you like. We don't want to think too hard or for too long. It should be quick fire. So whatever comes into mind first, just let it out of your mouth. The only rule is that we're going to follow the alphabet. So for example, if I was going to go first, I'd have to start my name with the letter A. For example, Amira jumps a lot. And then it would go to you, and your name must begin with B. Maybe Bernard Bumbleforth. And we just carry on back and forth like that. So if you like, you can pause the video now and play with friends or classmates if you have them there. If not, stay tuned and you can play with me. Are you ready? Let's carry on from C. Okay, I'll go first. Caroline Shuffleduffle. D, your turn. Great. E for me. Eleanor laughs a lot. G. Grumpy Grumblepants. Ira Puddle. J. Krampus Munchenhausen. Mr. Crossboots. Oliver Laplot. Q. Quack Doctor Dinkle. Yes. Sarah. Sarah jumped you down. You. Uppity McScuppity. Wayne Quick Draw. Yasmin Glamour Pudding. Yay! Well done. I'm sure your names were much better than mine, but I hope you had fun. Of course, you can play that again and swap around the other way. Well done. Okay, we're now going to begin building our character, starting with transforming our appearance. So, your first challenge is this. You've got 1 minute to go off into your space, wherever that is, and gather 4 or 5 items that appeal to you, looking for things that might change the way we look. But I don't want you to go to your ordinary wardrobe and the clothes you wear every day, or your own school bag, picking up your everyday objects. Try to think creatively outside of the box. Borrow something off somebody else, or grab an item that might not normally be worn or used in that way, okay? Don't spend too long. You've got 1 minute to gather 4 or 5 things. Ready? Off you go. Okay, hopefully you've gathered a collection of different items that might transform the way you look. We're now going to have a little play with these things. Try them on. Try wearing them in a different way. Try using them in a different way to normal, and settle on one or two things that you like, but most importantly, make you feel and look like a completely different person to who you are. Okay, now you have transformed your appearance, it's time to find out how your new character moves. So let's start by creating a statue of our character. Great. Now, remember our warm-up. Let's have a little wiggle. Explore different parts of our body and find out which parts of the body are leading this character, okay? Great. Once you've had a little wiggle, why not try moving around the space? Fantastic. Once you've settled on how your character moves in the space, perhaps you could find out how they dance. Great stuff. Okay, now we're going to find our character's voice. So, once again, start moving around the space as your character and experiment with just saying the word hello. Do you think your character has a low voice? Hello. Or perhaps they have a very high voice. Hello. Do they speak very quickly like that because they're a bit nervous and they just, all their thoughts are scattered? Or are they the kind of person that gets distracted and speaks, sorry, what were you saying? Perhaps they are a bit nervous type person, or they are really confident. There's a lot of things you can do with your voice, so just play around and see if you can settle on something that feels right for your new character. Off you go. Finally, I want you to think of a name for this new character that you have become, and you're going to present yourself. So remembering everything we've learnt, our appearance, the way we move, our voice, we're going to do a mini performance to present these characters. So you might like to invite an audience member to watch you if you have anyone with you where you are, or you could set up your camera to film your little performance, or you can just do it for your wardrobe or your teddy bear. It doesn't matter. But here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to make an entrance as your character. So that might just be from the side of the room into the centre of the room. It might be through a door. It might be off stage onto stage if you're lucky enough to have one. But you're going to make an entrance, you're then going to stop, you're then going to look around your space and react in whatever way your character would, and finally introduce yourself. So say, hello, my name is, and whatever name you thought of for your character. Okay? Good luck! I can't wait to see them. Oh. 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 Hello there. My name is Jemima Tea Leaf. Woo! Well done, everybody, for your fantastic comedy character creations. If you'd like to do more, you can, of course, extend this workshop. Here's some ideas. You might like to take your character on a journey around your home, your school, or even your local neighbourhood and see how they react to all of the things they encounter. You could set up a still life and take a portrait photograph of your character for their family album. You could draw a picture of your character. You might decide to write or improvise a monologue for your character about something that they really love or really hate. Or you could perhaps film yourself doing a silent comedy sketch as your character. The possibilities are endless, and I'm sure you can think of plenty of ideas of your own as well. Thank you so much for taking part in the workshop today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And do please share your creations on social media by tagging Make on Facebook or Instagram and using the hashtag #TheBigMake. I, for one, would certainly love to see what you created. And finally, don't forget, this is just one of 15 workshops. So do go and check out all the other ones and enjoy getting creative. Thanks so much. Bye!